Hello everyone, welcome. Friday evening comes round quick, doesn't it? It's been a hell of a week. I think we'll all agree, certainly for ourselves, from our point of view, it's been a stressful week, to be honest, but we're getting there. We have finally reached, as I say, Friday, so that's good. We've got Crystal Palace, we've got season 16 to get started off with. We bought a decent amount of players, to be honest. We've bought a few players. We've got good players this time. Think we could still do with a goalkeeper, if I'm honest. That's what we're probably looking forward to the most for tonight. But pre-season started, and it's starting to look not too bad. Evening, everyone. Big shout out, of course, to people who are in the chat so far. Straight away, Raggio's in, Dan Reese is in, A15 is here, Zeep is in, 4 months on the sub. Appreciate you, Zeep, very kind indeed. Time flies when you're admiring Paul Ward, he says. Oh, from a distance as well, Zeke, but you're right, it does absolutely fly. Appreciate the support there, very, very kind indeed. Nigel's in, exciting day today, viewed and agreed to sign up for a new council flat, sheltered accommodation, so much more designed for an old duffer like myself. Yes, trying to plot out how to manage the move now, wasn't this immobile last time I went through. Nige, love that, mate. Congratulations for that, that's brilliant stuff. Luffy's in, the Arsenal's in, Franco is here, RC is here. Oh, love it. Mona Retson as well, of course. Evening to everybody. And, of course, everyone who's just chilling out in the background. Raggio, 23 months. How has it been 23 months? I've got no idea, Raggio. It all feels like a bit of a blur, doesn't it? To be honest, really. We started this whole escapade 24 months ago, 25 months ago, 26 months ago. I think it was 24... No, it was February, wasn't it? February 21 we started this. And yeah, we've done all right, haven't we? We've done all right, you know. And here we are, doing our thing. But yes, appreciate the support, Raju. Very, very kind indeed. Moderator, of course, is in as well. Pleasure to see you. Hope you're good. Just doing a little bit of last-minute preparation, I think, before the league season kicks off, because it kicks off against Brighton, believe it or not. First match of the season against Brighton at home. Now, of course, some people say that is a derby, a rivalry of some description. I don't know why it's a rivalry. Some people will be able to explain why, but for the minute, not really that fussed as to why it's a rivalry, but it is, apparently. So we will keep it as part of our consideration. We do have to try and find a goalkeeper, I think, because look at this, right? We're in a pre-season tour of Portugal at this point, okay? So we beat FC Emmen 2-0. Eli Correa getting his first goal. The Cure with another penalty. Then we drew 3-3 against Benfica. Now, for those of you who don't remember that, it was a full-strength Benfica side, obviously. Naga played for Benfica. Remember him? The little Japanese forward played for Crystal Palace. Scored against us. But I'm just going to let you watch. There's a little spot there as to who has scored. You know, worth scout Thomas Kaufman at Lazio. Ooh, okay, Raggio. So this is us. So we go a goal down after 2 minutes. Right, fair enough. No worries at all. 17 minutes in though, and this is all on Crystal Palace at this point, by the way. Queen with a nice little ball in down with the loose. We were battering Benfica this time, absolutely battering them. They then come forward again. Enrique Rajo makes it 2-1. Shit, catching us on the break, not a problem. Second half starts within seconds. Naga 3-1. We're like, right, okay, fair enough. Dajanovic, Z, Grimes, Big Z, back to Grimes. 60 minutes on the clock. Grimes gets himself a goal. But watch this right now. Warwick over the ball to little JJ, takes it down his chest, right foot, bottom corner, 3-3. There we go. Ball playing centre half does have to take a lot of the blame, to be honest, because he really was to blame. And also we have to blame Roberts for this match. So we're 3-1 up against I presume it's a local Portuguese side, Ferenc. They're not local, but we shouldn't really have been losing. They're all graying out players. Combadio gave them the lead. Christenberg then puts the ball in for the Cure. 1-1. Then becomes 2-1 to Forenza. Combadio again with the goal. And here we go, Jelly Deals over the top. De Boer pulled it back. Jelly Deals. I mean, technically goes down as a Murphet goal. Then we come flying forward again. Golubovic pulls it back for Robertson. Murphet this time scores proper. And here we go. Right, this is the counter-attack, by the way. Counter-attack. Look at that for a finish. 3-3. Annoyed the Mexican keeper went to Munich before we get him. Yeah, he looks amazing, doesn't he? He looks outstanding, to be honest. So it's a shame he's gone, sadly. But Thomas Kaufmann, 57 to 100 mil. Jesus. That's big bucks. That is big bucks, Raggio. We'll definitely get the scouts on him, but I can't see him being overly keen on joining us at the minute. So, as I say, centre back. You've got a better option, okay. Goalkeeper is what we need, and a ball-playing centre-half. That's what we're after. Adam Chambers from Leeds has been in consideration, right, as our goalkeeper. 6'5", 30 years old. Van Kempen at PSV. We haven't got a lot of money, I must admit. You are right there, Franco. We haven't got too much. Van Kempen, 30 years old. He's apparently not as good as our current goalkeeper. Does like big matches though. What have you got? What's your thoughts with this guy then, Raggio? If we compare him, better distribution, better shot stopping. I like that. Little slower, a little less good mentally. He's a practical signing. Better handling, better kicking, better one-on-ones, better reflexes, better throwing. Not so much aerial reach though. Command of air is a bit better. Not as brave. Better determination. Vision's not as good, so maybe counterattacks might not be ideal. But he looks pretty decent, to be honest. Consistency, likes big matches. I like that. Actually. So yes, transfer budget is 9 million quid, so it's not a lot. But I think we should be able to find a goalkeeper for that sort of money, and then maybe loan in a centre half. Devil's advocate, is it worth getting such a minor upgrade at this stage? It's a good question. Springtide. I think what we have to find is, can we get a very good goalkeeper? Because what we found out when we looked on Wednesday was that, ironically, the keepers that we're looking at aren't a great deal better than what we've got. Yeah. So you're right. We're spending a lot of cash on a minor upgrade. Centre back is going to be like absolute key. If we can get a really, really good ball playing centre back in, then that's where the money's well spent, you know. Doesn't like big matches, does he not? Who's this lad? Sorry, I've just been ever so slightly distracted by a cheaper goalkeeper. There's a reason he's cheap as well, actually. Had this issue at East Fife with whatever his name was. Yeah, Addy. That's the thing. Like, we're looking and going, oh shit, actually our goalkeeper's pretty good. And that is worrying when you don't realise just how good the keeper you've got is, or just how average everyone else is around you. That's the concern. But yes, centre half is a ball playing centre half as well. Now, I don't like using the filters, but I could be tempted to try and find a filter with this. Hamdi's going to be very, very expensive. Wonder Kid, right, okay. That'll be why then. We can put him on on the shortlist, I think. We're tempted to keep you have until you get some decent wages and a real upgrade. Spend it all on a centre-back. I think that's probably the wisest idea, really, springtime, when you think about it. It probably is. Jancic is available. Remember him? He didn't quite hit the heights, did he? 6.81, 6.88 at QPR. So he looked fine in the Championship, I guess. Bakiri is a lad that we looked at slightly from West Ham, but it's more of a loan than anything. Another Croatian defender at Tottenham. And this guy, Zerki. Kosovan, 17 for aggression, jumping reach of 16, determination of 15. Will a new goalkeeping coach make any difference? Or more of a longer term thought? It's a reasonable question, you know, and one I don't know the answer to. A goalkeeping coach might help. A better goalkeeping coach might help, I'd imagine. I thought, however, every keeper average we can afford in our budget. This guy's available on loan, by the way, Zakiri, so he's not quite, he's not quite got ball playing centre half traits, has he? That vision and passing's not quite there. First touch isn't quite there, but he sort of looks okay. Big Palavian dwells on the ball a bit. I think it might have to be a case of, as you say, hang fire with what we've got now, and then in the event that somebody brilliant turns up, then we try and be like, now let's try and get some funds wiggled around somehow. He can't be a centre half, he can't be a ball player, can he? And even now, with like the little amount of funds we've got, you're right, trying to find a player of quality that we need is going to be tricky. It's going to be really, really tricky. Backup player, good for the future. Future isn't good, but we need players for right now, sadly. It's too expensive, Salazar. 40 odd million quid. Gandolfi's transfer list, we can't afford him. Vision 13, passing's only 10. First touch is 10. Tackling 16, marking's 14. Jumping reach is only 11. Is Jackson still really expensive? Oh yeah, he's about 35 million, I think. Yeah, 35 mil. We asked his agent as well, and he was saying quite similar. And they don't want to send him for loan again either. We could potentially look and see if there's another player at Chelsea that could do the job. You know, we've got that as an option. You know, Orantes Codrington, for example, great name. Renford Byram, the second Renford we'd have had. Charlie Cole. No, there's nothing there for young centre halves. Right, now, bear with me on this one. He's been on our shortlist for a little while. He's not much better. Would he fancy a loan, do you reckon? Again, he's still not much better than what we've got, is he? He's not much better than what we got. Usually good centre backs in Serbia. Try Red Star, Partizan. Yeah, it's a fair shout. They do tend to have some good players out there, don't they? Panagotius Liberatus. There's a player we should be trying to sign. Diego Jimenez. Just trying to go through the actual sort of search list, so to speak, right now. Then we'll start going a bit more specific, I think. Water already, reckons Dan. Good shout. A lot of dust in the air at the minute. Given the old house building. Tyler Fredrickson, 32. Pierre Ashke, 15 for anticipation, 15 for aggression, 16 for bravery, 15 for jumping reach, vision 10, passing 12. Even David Clark, how are pal? Welcome in. He's just 3-star, and he first touch is bad. It's interesting because we never, last season we did all of our sort of like, right, here's our metrics, this is what we want to be trying to bring in, and we did all that like methodically when we were in the championship. We've not done that for the Premiership. We've not sort of like broke that down, have we? What about Inter? Oh, okay. According to this over here, he's not much better. I mean, that's comparing them to right backs. Let's compare him with the Cure, for example. I'm trying to say he's more of a right back. Look at this though. This is good. International experience, consistent, likes big matches. He's quick apparently. How many continues tonight? 2, I reckon, Dan. 2. But look, he falls beneath the Cure. So, what does he give us that the Cure doesn't? Not a lot, really. A bit of leadership. I mean, he looks like he's got potential. He's versatile as well, I guess. Is something to look at, but if we're looking for a first choice ball playing centre half, I don't think he's it really. I don't think he's it. We're going to see the Cure in Toronto in a few weeks. Can't wait. Lovely. David Clark getting ready for the season 28-29. Hopefully avoid relegation with Taunton side. Got on Jona's background noise. Hope we don't mind. Yeah, no, go for it. Go for it. Congratulations on getting promoted, by the way. I saw that in the Discord, and when you were like, yeah, I'm glad I stayed, I was like, yes. Very glad you stayed. Very glad indeed. Jorge Rodriguez. Okay, now he is a ball playing centre half by trade. He's okay. He's all right. He's got what we need. 6'3", heading 15, jumping reach 16, bravery 17, anticipation 13, first touch 11, vision and passing is okay, tackling's good, positioning's fine, leadership's good. He seems all right. 3rd in the Bundesliga last season for headers, 3rd for key headers, 6th for passes completed, 10th for shots blocked. 1 possession 11th in the league, sorry, for possessions won, 17th for clearances, 22nd for key tackles, interceptions is 27th. He's not too bad. He seems like he did pretty well in the Bundesliga, having been at Huddersfield, Benfica, Brighton, Hibs, Troyes, Huddersfield, Hamburg. What a career. What a career. Is it fair to compare him to Doyle, do you reckon? Because Doyle's the ball playing centre half, isn't he, really? So he's better than Doyle. So he's better defender, he's better physically, he's quicker. But Doyle's better technically, better vision, to be honest, and better attacking already. So it's an interesting spread of attributes. His tackling is better. His vision's worse. His passing's worse. Obviously, the acceleration's going to be wildly different. Jumping reach is a little bit better. Jumping reach, yeah. It's not a like for like. It's more a case of like Callum Doyle played in that ball playing centre half role. So would it be fair to sort of compare him there? We're comparing to what the Cure's got. Cure plays as a standard centre half. Again, there's not much between them. Like, you know, again, the Cure is a pretty good centre back. He's 26, he's 23, right? Fairly decent. There's nothing between there. Cure's a little bit quicker. What's Jorge better at? Well, he's better at long shots. His passing's a little bit better. His technique's better. He's more of a leader. He's a little bit more determined. Concentration's a little bit less. The Cure's got better concentration though, and better decision making, and slightly better anticipation. They're kind of much of a muchness, aren't they, really? I think they look like they might actually make a decent partnership. Both footed as well. Reasonable left foot, strong right foot. The Cure's very strong left foot, weak right foot. Likes big matches. Is consistent. Oh, so he's not consistent. Okay. Good in the air. He's not going to cost that much money either, is he, really? He's what? 11 to 13 mil? Jorge looks all right. Okay. Jorge is a consideration then, yeah? I think we like him. Gary Reid doesn't quite have the same oomph. Herman Mortensen? Nunziatini. Jake Ward. No, he's 6'6". Stuart Dunn. I think he's Arsenal are in for him, aren't they? What's QPR? So he's 29. He's a ball playing centre back as well. Can't tackle. Formerly at Crystal Palace as well. Yeah, tackling's not brilliant, is it? First touch is okay. Jumping reach is fine. He's not overly quick. Determined. Plays no through balls. Plays no through balls, but knocks the ball past opponents. Starts to dribble. Guess that's fine. Jorge is nice. Obviously, the list isn't great, but there's much better value out there. I'd say get a cracking centre back for 9 mil. Yeah, I mean, we're slowly working our way down the list. I think you're right. There's definitely going to be some value to find out in the far reaches. Obviously, with players like Aquino, you know, rocked up from Uruguay. So yeah, we can certainly find players outside the known stratosphere. In fact, actually, that's interesting. Right, when I mentioned that, has anybody seen the Training Ground Guru Twitter feed this week? They've been posting out a lot of stuff about Stockport and how they have done their new recruitment strategy, and it's like this 7-year. There's like a 7-year plan for their recruitment. And there's like an argument about like sort of the clubs don't buy the best players. Clubs buy the best players that they know, and they don't look further outside their immediate surroundings than they really, really should. It was really interesting. Definitely worth a look if you haven't had a look at it. Go and do something else. Go and have a read of that. Eastern Europe. There's always a lot of love for Eastern Europe, and I think Crystal Palace could do with like a Serbian centre half. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would just feel right, wouldn't it? My name is Igor. I have come to do tackles. Like that's what we need, right? Like, all right. I'll tell you what. Let's have a look then, right? Let's look at national teams, okay? We'll do it. Okay, we'll go to Serbia. We'll look at their centre halves. I mean, obviously we've got attribute masking on, so we won't know about a lot of them. But Spasoje Mihailovic, wanted by Angers. My name is Ivan Bastadovic. I've come to shore up the back line. Yeah. I have been brought here to do tackling. I do good tackle. 96 million. Villarreal. Ivan Bastadovic. I've got a feeling we have to rename him as soon as he turns up, aren't we? Ivan Matovic, Vigo, Celta. He's worth a fair few quid as well, isn't he? Joko Glikolic. Newcastle. Ugh. Of course, yeah, this is the Juve boys, isn't it? Pantelic. He looks quite good as well. You know my views, David. You know my views. Vladimir Radovanovic. I mean, Tottenham have got all the Serbians, like all the Serbs. I don't understand how they've done it. Well, I know how they've done it. We've got 2 on your save. They've got a stack. We've loaned 2 out. We've loaned 2 in from Spurs during this save. So Radovanovic is one we missed out on. Yeah, that guy there, 6'5", 18 years old. Obviously, we haven't got the link up anymore, but we can still loan him in. In fact, he's just signed for Spurs. He's just signed. His technique's not brilliant. Jumping reach is good. Leadership's not brilliant. Shortlist him. The next Arrow Simic wasn't the next Arrow Simic. That is a good point. That is a very, very good point. Slovakia. Magalos. No. Scott Curtis. I looked at Zagreb. We'll look at the teams individually as well in a wee second. Scott Curtis, clearly a Blackburn player. Yeah, obviously. Everybody plays for Blackburn. Don't understand how or why. Better than Radanovic. Yeah, I'd probably agree. Elvis de Gorche. What a name. Vujtavnovic. Nice place in Bulgaria. Bulgaria's not a bad shout, actually. And then Croatia. Vasya Panic. scout him. He doesn't look too bad. He's 22, so. Look at that work rate. What was it, good or bad? Sorry. Oh, could be good. Could be good. Could be good. Valentin Antov, 36 years old, wanted by Bari, of course. When you turn 36, you head to Italy. I've still got 10 years left in me. I'll be great. I'll be grand. Don't worry about that. I'm like a wonder kid out here. Balakov, 6'3", 30 years old, £9 million. He's from Bari. He's obviously replacing the lad that's going out there. Kostov. All the instant Europeans to be there as the save hasn't got any of the leagues loaded in. It's always hard to tell, isn't it? It's always hard to tell. You never really know what the game's going to throw at you, to be honest. They seem to have quite a few decent players coming through. You know, Tottenham seem to have bagged quite a lot of them. But thing as well is we don't want to just fill the team full of like wonder kids either. We want to kind of have a bit of steel about us, a bit of experience, you know. Portugal's not a bad shout, yeah. We had a look at him, didn't we? About Northern Ireland. Has anyone had a look there? Northern Ireland? Jose Luciano. What about Rangers? Work rate's not brilliant, but Portuguese are great, like Italians, but quite expensive. They can be expensive. Let's have a little nose on him, shall we? Antonio Silva, 33. Travassos, 33. Yuka Trigo, 73 million. Oh, don't know if a Premier League relegation scrap is the best place to blood wonder kids. No, I don't think so either. I definitely don't think it's a good idea. Obviously, young Jameson will be fine. He won't bat an eyelid. He's just going to be like, yeah, it's fine, you know. I'm going to be all right. But he's also not a wonder kid, so 228 million. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think this is going to be. I think the lad that we looked at, that Silva, I think he looks okay. He looks pretty decent. Maybe not Portugal. Yeah. Everyone's £1 billion. But you're right though. That's where you want to be looking for your players. You know what I mean? There's a Lucas Steiner. Oh, has he got another brother? Has he got a brother? Evening, Boom Smithy. How are you, pal? Welcome in. Oh, look at that. In with a sub as well. Appreciate you, pal. Appreciate you. 3 months there. You wonderful human being, you. He's just gone to Man United, unfortunately. Welshie Jim in with the 5 months as well. Thank you very much indeed. Very, very kind. Croatia's just going to be Tottenham, isn't it, really? Gvardiol, 35 years old. Katanic is 33. Where do we have Katanic? Palace. Yeah. We had a Croatian. Then there's Jancic. That's the new Dario Simic. Still labelled the next Dario Simic. He is transfer listed. 33 million is a lot of money. It's a lot. Was it Nanic, £200 million? Boom Smithy, have you missed much? Well, we're in the Premier League. You've missed that, possibly Smithy, or unless you've only been away for a week. In that case, you've missed the transfer stream. That's about it. So it depends on how long you've not been here. Odd don't really have anybody in, I don't think. I think they had like 2 players or something, possibly. So we'll have a little look. There you go. Rednich is going to be the new Dairo Simic as well. Everyone who plays in defence is the new Dairo Simic, according to FM. Let's have a little look. Having too much looking at the individual clubs. To be fair, we're not going to have a great deal looking at the clubs either, because look there. We'll click on the clubs and there's just like nobody. So if I go to, for example, Sparta Prague or something, like, there's one player there, and we don't know about those players. The only players we're going to know about are probably going to be the players in the national team, I'm guessing. Even Vince V, and of course Lazaros in there with a follow as well. Very, very kind. Missed the transfer streams. Any Wonder Kids? I mean, we said we don't like getting Wonder Kids in, but even Lazaros in from Greece. Hello, mate. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you. We said we don't like Wonder Kids, but we did end up getting this fella who turned down. Well, he was wanted by Real Madrid. He was wanted by Paris Saint-Germain. He was wanted by Inter Milan. He was wanted by Wolves. He came to us. He was called Christopher Berg, right? So his actual name was Christopher Berg. That's there. So of course we've renamed him Christopher Berg. He looks fine, doesn't he? 18-year-old Norwegian lad. Looks like he could be okay. So we're very happy with him. He's come in. We've signed Grimes from Man United. We've re-signed Warwick, so we've put him in proper. We've also brought in Eli Correa, so we finally got our man there. So we've got a big striker as well. 92 grand a week wages. Oof, he's getting paid a fortune. And that's sort of where we are. But we're looking now for a ball playing centre half, to be honest. Looks like Gronley from FM a few years ago. What, the player in the news, Man United got relegated. They did get relegated. Yes, Manchester United got relegated from the game this season. And also my son is in the game. He's not my actual son, but he's my in-game son, Jonathan Jameson, 15 years old. Look at that. Favoured personnel. Father. See? Very happy. Very, very happy indeed. Yes, Broadsist. Welcome. Greetings, of course, for everybody. Ready for the Premier League struggle, asks Laclosian. I don't know if it'll be a struggle. I think our expectations are suitably low. I think some people will be. Some of us will allow ourselves to get a little carried away, but I think we all deep down realise that we're not going to be like hitting the ground running and getting like 1,000 points off the bat. But slacking Tony, all of his attributes are sinking. Well, he is resting on his laurels a little bit, and he's like, it's fine. What's that? My dad's not going to drop me, is he? Like, I will. Jaime Villalonga, star player for his country, apparently. Barcelona B. 5'9". Something I've seen. They've added flares in FM. Never seen that before. I think it's been in for a couple of years, but it's only like in really specific nations as to when that happens. But it looks class, doesn't it? It looks class when you see it. Vince, when's the new episode of the podcast coming out? I always listen to them at work when I'm cycling around the city. Very soon. We had a meeting this week, and things are progressing. So yes, we will hopefully have an announcement in the very, very near future. But yes, it is coming back, is all we can say. Yeah, so that's good, right? That is good. In Copenhagen, it's unreal. My ultras section is full of flares. Yeah, like it's great. Like, you got loads of clubs now who are like properly getting on board with it and making it fantastic. So we need to see a bit more of that in the game, I think. to be honest. There's a lad at PSG who was on loan at Forest, Mirko Pajic. Or Pajic, I suppose, is probably him there. Determination 20, I like that. Work rate 15. Passing 18. Oh. Zeep, what have you found here? What have you found here, Zeep? I mean, this is 13 games, 17. He got 7 on his ratings. What do we know? Basically, we're Tony Scouts. You're all Tony Scouts. I'm not paying 350 grand a month for it, but £30 million mandatory fee? Why not? Why not? Stick in for him, see what we reckon. This is what I like about these sorts of saves, though. Like, if you subscribe, and like, I'm aware we had a few sort of resubbers in. Like, if you do subscribe, make sure you link your Twitch to the Discord, because then you get into the subscriber area of the Discord, which means you get access to the save files, so then you can do the scouting as well. So because of the fact we're doing a long-term save, I think it really adds something to it that you all now know the players as well, and you're like, actually, yeah, this is the sort of players that we like, and you get on board with the stories of who they are. And you know, Paul Ward, for example, keeps springing to mind a lot. So yeah, so I think it's good. I think it's really, really good. So it's only a little something that I give back, but it's definitely something. Like, and we'll start doing a few more bits and pieces as well. Like, there's some sort of stuff that we'll start to mention in the subscribers area, particularly relating to the podcast, so that everyone there knows that information first. And then some save ideas for next year we've already started discussing, which again is pretty cool. So again, that's all sort of like being sort of what I guess we're trying to work it out together as to how it's gonna work for next year. But I think we all kind of got a nice idea that this sort of save works for us, and I think technically we all kind of want to do something similar to this. So we're gonna keep a steel challenge of sorts, I think. But maybe we'll start moving to different regions around the world. I think 55 minutes. We've clicked continue. There you go. It's about right, isn't it? Sounds about right. Daniel Iglesias wants to be the fitness coach. Eric Roqueta. Jason Denier. European steel. Yeah, well, this is how we're gonna. I feel I rushed that continue. I do as well, Arsenal. I feel as though I'm like a little bit just on like autopilot. You know, like I don't think I'm paying as much attention as I used to. There'll be a cracking challenge next FM with more people on board from the start. I hope so. And I think that we've got like a really good regular set of viewers in here who understand how the challenge works and are getting on board with it all. So yeah, I think it should be good fun for next year, to be honest. This year has proven that there's definitely a market for it. Right, so the issue is that we now can't give the wages. So okay, right, Pajic maybe not, Asian one maybe. Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? That would be fun. Fun idea for the community challenge, says Vince. AZ Alkmaar's youth squad won the under-20 Champions League this year, while the senior team made it to the semi-finals of the Conference League. Win the treble with AZ only using your intake. Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. I do think that Holland could be the next place we go. You know, we're doing Fortuna Dusseldorf at present. If you're in Discord, you can come and see. We're doing a little muck about. Just taking a month in real world to just literally do as much as you can with Dusseldorf, and if you enjoy it, then obviously keep playing it. He's not broke his ribs again. He's broke his neck this time, so I think he's sort of made of glass, possibly. Zeki Uzun was a player that we looked at last year. We might potentially be able to get him on loan, possibly. He's fairly versatile, so maybe he's someone that we should consider potentially. Scandinavia would be good. Scandinavia is always very, very good. Is very good. Join the Discord too late. Only recently subscribed. Definitely do the next one. Oh, hey, look, it's never too late. The fact that you've done it is beautiful. That's what we like, Vince. So thank you so much for being part of the squad. We're building everyone together. It's fun. It's fun. No one left behind. Right, Batala is off to Kilmarnock. It's freed up a bit of wages. It's not a sale, which would have helped us out in the transfer market, but it's 90% of his wages are gone. So at least that's covered, you know. Very Van Essen. We put a little marker on him just at the start of the stream. He looks very good. 21 years old, deep line playmaker. Very expensive. Wanted by Southampton. £46 million. We do not have that sort of money. Hugo Goncalves, Adrian Merino, attacking midfielder. Ethan Johnson. There was a lad, I'll show you when we come back round, played for QPR. Some of you might remember him. It's hard to tell who the most useless at times, Tony's players or his chats. Well, we all know that the answer is me, right? You guys, you lot put a lot of work in here, so I'm not having any of you take the blame here. We always say we win together and I lose. Yeah? Javier Leon. He doesn't look like he had a great season last year, did he? I know he's only young, but let's shortlist him. He is available for loan. He's 2-star. What's going on with the kit pack on there? In what sense? So you get like the front of the shirt and then you get the back, so you can see their squad number. Snack desserts. We've got some biscuits. We've got some biscuits in there tonight. Do Atletico really play on a ludicrous shirt? Yes, they do. They do. They've got a really ridiculous shirt. Well, it's they're used to anyway. Obviously, it's like this season's kit. Hydrate, of course. Yes. Mini strawberry trifles. Oh. I think we're about to sack Dougie Freedman, to be honest. He's not really been able to bring us anything, has he? Molotescu, 6'4", fullback. We're not in the hunt for a fullback. Goyoso, they're still chucking him in there. He's not much better than what we've got. Marcelo Milan. Yeah, he's not better than Maxo, is he? Yeah, Dougie is dreadful. Let's see what he's pulling up, shall we? So, centre back. Okay, that's just the centre backs. So this is how we know that Dougie's not very good at being a director of football. Please recommend centre backs. This guy's a fullback. Okay, so that's not great. It's not a great start, to be honest. If we go for ball playing centre backs, let's see what we've got, shall we? Ease up on the takeaways and unsurprisingly feel better. It happens, doesn't it? It does happen. I am trying not to smash down as many desserts as I am. So I did nosy around Tesco's. I was like, do I get a dessert? Do I not? I don't know. Now, Saleh Mahmad, Qatari, French passport, plays for Toulouse. He sort of looks okay, actually. Heading's not brilliant. Anticipation's good. Concentration's good. Decision's good. Composure's not brilliant. $27, not massively expensive either, to be honest. Ben Grist, 32 years old. Leandro Contreras. I like the fact that he also doesn't understand just how little money we've got. So it's like, oh, here's a player who's 60 million quid. Right, okay. Minimum release fee, £68 million. Perfect. Thanks for that, Dougie. Four Corners Challenge. Win the Champions League and its equivalent in each continent. Start unemployed. You can't start in Europe. Must win the other three before you challenge for the UEFA. For extra joy, you're not allowed to use the top teams. That's a little. Is that a little bit like the Pentagon? I guess obviously with only four, then it's not a Pentagon per se. But is that like the Pentagon? Because it sounds fun. I do like the idea of doing like a Europa style challenge. Like, thing is, like, Asia's fun. Like, I know it was like David Clark was mentioned there about like when we did Indonesia. That was like lots of fun, and it was because it was so different. Like, no one else was really doing Asia at the time, so that meant that we had sort of like a full run at it, and no one was doing like that. But we've then got the issue of like, this is gonna sound really horrible, attracting new people in. Like, obviously we've built ourselves a great community here where we all know what's going on and we all buy into the same sort of stuff. But I guess we have to look around now. If people come in, they have to be able to sort of be like, right, what's going on, what's happening, and we're like, oh hey, yeah, so we're currently in Indonesia, which is fun. But like, oh, then we're going to go to Malaysia. And then everyone's like, I'm out. Nah, it sounds shite. Like, it's not shite. It's good, but they need to just get on board with it, you know. I wish they had a license for Japan. I do as well. Maybe one day, who knows? Like, it would be great if they could. I think it would just open up so much. Like, I love the J League. Like, who have you been watching it? Have people been watching it as well? Like the 30th anniversary, because it's just fun. It's just lots and lots of fun, you know. I think that would be great. If the J League was in, then Asia becomes 100% an option again. But then it is kind of still, and I'm going to come back on it. The problem is that they do still lack depth in those Asian leagues as well. Like, so for example, there's only one league in South Africa, so it's like, right, what do we do then? You can only win the South African top division and that's it. Indonesia, they've got 3 divisions in Indonesia in the game. Like, you sort of go, okay, fair enough, that's great, but why is there only one league in South Africa? There's the India is in there, of course. I mean, there's no other African league bar South Africa. Oh, Captain Colossus nearly getting himself a goal. We're playing Sporting Lisbon, by the way, here, which I'm guessing is the Sporting Lisbon first team, of course. Prefer streams and saves where the lower nations are being managed. I do as well, Keeney, to be honest. And I know I obviously have to sort of like think about the game as content. my main focus is I've got to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, I've got to really get behind the save. So for me, it's going to be something that's slightly off the beaten track, I suppose. It's not going to be a, hey, look, we're Manchester City, let's see how much we can win. Like, that's not me at all. You all know that's not me. You know, I'm very much a case of, hey, let's find out how difficult we can make life for ourselves. PO57 code, love an Egyptian or Moroccan league. There is a good one, actually. I'm not sure if that's what's being mentioned, but there is good ones on the Steam Workshop for Egypt. There's the World Mega Pack as well, isn't there? Which I know isn't going to come out straight away, so that might slightly scupper some plans, but the Mega Patch is available. Unless you can load it like mid-save, I guess. Would I do youth only? Possibly, I suppose. Possibly. Yari Beast, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. Japanese crowns are insane, says Jimmy Bootag. Yeah, I think that, yeah. I think it's, they're certainly becoming more raucous, aren't they? To be honest. But I totally the only one that haven't won competitions more than once. I've used Latvia and Denmark, not Italy and Spain. Oh, okay. For the big four corners. Boomsmithing, nice. I like the idea of that. Like, I'd like the idea of a build a nation, but I don't really think that's me. I don't know if I can make that work properly. Youth only is an option though. We could try Moneyball and watch me just like slowly lose my mind. Like, oh God, I don't know what's going on. I think that's a YouTube thing, so you can't see the tears. Roland Robertson in the back post. Aquino with the assist there. I've been in streams of people moan that the streamers manage PSG and not a bigger team like Man City. Jesus. A lot of those people just want to watch what they used to and switch off when the plan changes. Oh yeah, 100%, Keeney. And you know what? That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Like, you have to at the end of the day. Like, we noticed this when we started making the podcast from the Athletic. Okay, so when we did FMT, like, my viewpoint was very much a case of like, right, myself and Matt are doing it. We're quite niche, so we weren't really aiming. Sounds horrible. We weren't really aiming for everybody in the FM space. Right, to listen to the podcast. We thought there'd be enough people that knew of me from comedy or knew of me from like the Football Manager stand-up show, enough people that knew Matt from presenting, and then we could like sort of tap into some people from the Football Manager audience. We thought that'll be fine, we'll do that, that's the podcast. It's only when we went to the Athletic that we were told from the start, right, we now need to be aiming our audience at what they called the Football Manager audience, the wider Football Manager audience. So like getting outside of this little sphere, this bubble of like Twitch and YouTube podcasts, and getting into the, right, it's one person who gets FM23, plays 3 seasons as Real Madrid, wins the Champions League, and that's it. Like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we'll try and make a game for that, make a podcast for that person, as well as someone who loves an Indonesian 3rd division save. Like, and that's the key. Like, to make whatever we do relatable to those sides of the spectrum. And I guess with streaming, there's going to be people come in like, oh, can you talk to us about FM Touch and stuff? And I can't really, because I don't know I've not played it, but. You see people pop in the chat every now and again, like, oh, can you recommend me something to buy? And I'm like, no, I can't, because I don't play the game that way, but most of the people do, most of the people do that. Like, what's a good tactic to use with X amount of team? It's like, yeah, I don't know, I've got no idea. Like, we literally try and create as we go along, and we see where it takes us. So I like the fact that there's those different types of saves for whoever wants it, really. But we are also, by the way, while we're doing this, smashing Sporting Lisbon. Do you know what I mean? 15 shots, 6 on target. They've had 1. an XG of 0.01. Look at that. Stick with my standard 4-3-3 and then go recruiting that way. I think that's a perfectly valid way of doing it, PO57. Like what we've done here. So we've kind of tried to give each team a bit of an identity. So with this challenge, we're going around the UK. So we are trying to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. So when we're in Northern Ireland, for example, we start with Banbridge. That's like the third division of Northern Irish football. I was like, right, let's keep it simple. Let's go 4-4-2. Let's go counter-attack. Let's go a bit more direct. Try and hit the wings if we need to. And then as we started to move up the leagues, I was like, let's start playing a bit more football. I went to Linfield. I felt it was a bit of an easy one with that one. So I was like, right, play 4-2-3-1. Gegenpress, I hate 4-2-3-1. But I thought, let's just do it. Because it's the strongest team in the league. We should theoretically win the league. Let's see how many trophies we can win with them. And then we came to Oxford and we sort of like started to change things again. We went to like a one striker system, which had like a shadow striker working behind it, and defence, it was really nice. It had a segundo volante, it had a halfback in there. We were like, okay, this is fun. Let's sort of build from here. And then went to Scotland, just shot ourselves in the foot, as Franco says. Like, you know, we went to East Fife and it was just like, oh dear, why have I come back here again? I tried to go 4-4-2s, probably shouldn't have done that, to be honest. Went to Huddersfield, brought the Oxford system with us because the Oxford system was pretty good and we were in the same division. We thought, right, let's try and see if that works. We've got the sorts of players that can play that way, and that tactic looks really nice, and we got some really good stuff with it. So it's sort of become a tactic that I've sort of like banked and went, okay, maybe we can pull that out in the future. Maybe that's something that you bring into a team and be like, okay, look, maybe this team's got the players that could play that sort of way. When we came to Palace, we switched it up completely. We went 4-3-3, and we spent probably 6 months trying to master a 4-3-3 for Crystal Palace, and I think we've now got the blend for the players that we want and how we want a 4-3-3 to work. It was great in the Championship. It got us 98 points, I think. Won the league on the final day of the season. We should have topped 100 points, really. And defensively, we still had a few holes in it, but the tactic was fine for the Championship, really. Let's see what it looks like in the Premiership. I think it might be a little bit high defensively, but we can always switch it down to two DMs to lock things up, which Franco's obviously already just alluding to right there. And that's kind of how we're going to try and see games out, to be honest. So if we look here, so this is what the 4-3-3 looks like. If we then clip to that, then we drop it down. So our wingers come in, our midfielders drop to DMs because they can all play that. See? So Matty Warwick can play DM if needs be. Grimes can play DM. Hayes is just a standard centre midfielder, so we can stick that there, and then we lower our lines as well and see if that works to try and sort of give us a little bit more defensive solidity when it comes to the end of the game. Try to look to see those games out. So that's the plan. That's how we're hoping for it. Lock up and hit on the break. Exactly, because there'll be games when we're going to have to come out as low block. Do you know what I mean? And go, right, let's just try and not lose. We're going to have to do that. And yeah, I think we can. The more we do it, the more we'll get used to it, and it'll be fine. Anyone watching Man City, Lelujo's Man City save on YouTube? Not yet. I haven't. I've seen that. Didn't he bankrupt the club or something? Keeney, is that right? I'm a little bit behind on YouTube at the minute, to be honest. I've not seen a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people making really good things, but I've not seen it. I still need to catch up with parts of Prem as well, to be honest. I'm miles behind on that. Hopefully we're dealing with the bigger teams and still not convinced with the deep wingers. Well, we can always push them up a bit, and what I like is I like a defensive winger. So maybe we look to work out who can do a bit of defensive work as well. Yeah, Kultov's stuff is brilliant. That's what I'm saying about Moneyball. Like, his YouTube Moneyball stuff is what I watch to get an understanding of it, and the DNA thing he's done with Burton has been brilliant. Really, really good. Really good. King says, as a Celtic fan, I know that no stream will touch Celtic or Rangers and the shit and the vitriol that comes with it. I'd love to see someone on the balls to do it. Well, we're going to have to do Celtic at some point when we get to Scotland. I'm not doing Rangers, but that's a personal preference. Again, someone's my family are all Celtic fans. Celtic and St Mirren. I'd love to win the SPL with St Mirren, to be honest, if I could. But if I have to manage one of the old firm, then it'll be Celtic. We've already done our bit for... Well, we managed Linfield, which was kind of like Northern Irish Rangers, wasn't it? But I also think as well, there's not a lot you can do with Celtic or Rangers for a stream, really. Like, because 3-1 against Sporting Lisbon. I know it's a friendly, but come on, we've got to be happy with that. Like, there's only so much you can do with Celtic or Rangers. Winning the Champions League with Celtic or Rangers on FM, it's doable. It's not like you're winning the Champions League with Forest Green. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not unattainable. Winning the Champions League with Odd would be more tricky than winning it with Celtic or Rangers, I think. Even Nico, how are you, pal? Hope you're well. We're very good. We're just beating what presumably is the first team of Sporting Lisbon 3-1, and we have looked very good. Whatever players they've got out there, we have battered them. Look at that. 24 shots, 30 on target, an XG of 4.24. 4.24? I think we've been on to... And they scored first. They've only had 2 shots. They had 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half. XG of 0.02. Unbelievable. I mean, these... I'm just checking to make sure these are not greyed out players. They're all players. Season's very hard to win. It was Celtic, always draw against Liverpool or Real Madrid. Oh yeah, I mean, like, but you'll get there eventually, though. Like, you'll get there eventually. It won't take too long. Like, I reckon you could win the Champions League with Celtic within 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that difficult. Really. Check how many of the Lisbon players have played that and played many games. They were all, as far as I'm concerned, they were all first teamers. Like, so as Jose Bica has played 32 games last season, 31 games the season before, so he was on the bench. Right, Daniel Novotny, 26 years old, 4 games last season. Okay, fine. Diego, 39 games for Leicester. He's on loan from somewhere. Where's he on loan from? Brentford. Frederick Retan on loan from Arsenal, so he's all right. Thiago Caraco. Look at that. "28 games. Actually, let's keep him on the shortlist, shall we? Even though we've just murdered him. Sharifi. 28 games for them. Yeah. I mean, these guys were playing. These guys were playing. As far as I'm concerned, we've beaten the first choice team. Yeah. 23 games for Porto. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I'm starting to think we're doing all right. Tom Parsons, welcome in. Appreciate the follow, pal. Very kind. Right. Pajic isn't going to get there yet. Beat Man U 5-1 your Bristol City side. I'm going to get 2 players who've had more than 5 Premier League appearances. Nice. Good work. Obviously, the problem now, Martin Odegaard is a potential coach. Daniel Banera, look at him. Look how good Banera is. Matthias Vecchio. Barry Bastoni. Mark Simpson, Stephen Presley. When's the first Premier League game? Hopefully we're going to be getting into it very, very soon. Very soon indeed. I'm wondering if... have we stuck with Palace for 16 years? Well, we haven't. We haven't. That's the thing. We've been all over the place. So this is where we've been. Like that. Banbridge, Portadown, Dungannon, Linfield, Oxford, East Fife. Less said about that, the better. Huddersfield, and of course now Crystal Palace. This is the Trophy Hall. 16 seasons in. 10 trophies so far out of the 35. So this year, aiming for the Premiership, aiming for the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. If not, we've got all of Scotland to do, all of Wales to do, some bits of Northern Ireland, and then of course the Vanarama North and South and the Pizza Cup. So still plenty to do in this save. Still plenty. Is it worth having a look at replacing some of the staff we've got? Maybe. They all are out of contract, so that was part of my thinking. But then again, obviously we're jumping up a level. So can I get an advert out is the question. Let's get another goalkeeper coach advert out there. Got scouts adverts out. So yeah, we can get all the adverts out, see what we can do, I reckon. I'd like to give the backroom staff a chance to work in the Premiership more. Come on, okay, look, we come up together, we work together, let's make this happen. But I'm also concerned that maybe they might not be good enough. That's sometimes what you just got to accept, isn't it? Really? Sankovic is still very expensive. He's still very expensive. He's still good though. He's a decent player. In the Steam Workshop for FM24, look for a guy called Riddler. He'll have all the countries loaded up and you can pick and choose what nations you want to play with. Ooh, okay, Dan. I like the idea of that. Olympic Leon making an offer for the Cure. He's going nowhere. Not happening. Fiorentina and Vigo have made a bid for Stefan Poslet. Use the databases. Nice. Oh, Brazilian Fury gifting a sub out to Nico. Appreciate you, Brazilian Fury. Very kind indeed. Thank you for that, mate. Tom Parsons doing a Stuttgart save in the first season. We came 4th, expected 15th, then 4th again the next season. Now we sit 1st in the Bundesliga after 6 games. Love that. I love that, Tom. Big fan of Bundesliga football as well over here. We do enjoy German save. Hello, friends. How are we today? We are awesome today. Thank you, Brazilian Fury. Absolutely awesome. Hope you're well as well. Thank you again, like I say, for the gifted sub. Very kind indeed. You wonderful human being, you. Good shot stopping. And also his positioning's good. Decision making not so much. A couple of million quid. Is it worth getting a couple of million quid back up in, or does he not like big matches? Oh, right. Okay, gone. Gone. Not bothered now. Can't get him in, can we? Yeah, we have to start doing training as well shortly. Ugh. Oh, right, okay. We might not get the league game done. I was going to find out through editing last night. Post my first video essay ever on Notts County's promotion run. It's already performing incredible in the first 12 hours. Excited to see what comes. Oh, love it. Love it. Excellent work. Right, so this is still classed as pre-season, so we need to be getting into this here where we get right. So tactics and teamwork. Defending from the front. Technical ball retention. Attacking we want to get for attacking patient, ball distribution. Actually no, sorry. Chance creation, chance conversion. There we want. Attacking movement. Sorry, no. Attacking movement was there. Yeah, attacking movement there. That one can be set piece delivery. Attacking corners. That could be defensive shape. Match tactics, match practice recovery. Do that for now. We can always change it up, can't we? Right, it seems a shame to change a team that's just smashed Sporting Lisbon, but let's have a little mix around. We've got the talent to do that, haven't we? We might as well switch a few things. Then Portamenze, I believe, or Porter, something. Porter, what do you call it? Right, a couple of changes. Rotate some players out. Then we've got probably 2 weeks until the Brighton game at home as well. So first Premier League match back at Selhurst Park. Big rivalry match. We might have a new centre half in by that point. We might not. We don't know. Don't know if they're going for the Portuguese lad or not. That Jorge Rodriguez, I should say, sorry. Or whether we just look to try and loan someone in, or whether we just sort of. I don't think we stick with what we've got. I don't feel 100% confident in what we've got. I think McDonald's good. He's coming from Man U. I think Doyle's lack of pace is going to really hinder him in the Premiership. But you could maybe argue the same with in the DM role as well. Quinio pulls it back. Correa. There we go. I mean, Grimes looks like he's settled in quite nicely. Obviously, we've got the chat in there today. Silly question: can the Cure play as a ball-playing defender? Not really. His vision and his passing are quite limited, sadly. So it would have been easier to have done that and then sort of like had him be the guy, but sadly not. Correa's deadly. He seems to work nicely, doesn't he? gets in those positions. Damjanovic with the header there. Warwick over the top. Correa lets it drop. He likes to get himself in positions, doesn't he? I know we felt like we've paid big money for him, but goals are going to be hard to come by in the Premier League, I'd imagine. And there's going to be moments, and there's going to be patches when Daniel Day-Lewis might not score. There might be up to 3 games where he doesn't score, potentially. And I think we need to be able to have someone come in and be like, right, I can finish, or I can scuff a shot in, or we can go 2 up front. We can offer a little bit more of a different attack than just, a solitary striker per se. Max, or what a ball that is. Aquino pulls it back for Bigsy. What a finish. That's a different way of playing, isn't it? That's quite direct. Maxo launches it. Look how quick Aquino is. Pulls it back. Biggs. Kind of like a sort of Paul Scholes style volley. I know it was a half volley technically, but still. This is genuinely giving me a false sense of security. Do you know what I mean? Like, DDL can be very streaky. He has some rough patches. He will, Niger. I think just by the way he plays, I don't think he's a physical specimen like Correa is. A 6-foot Paul Scholes, yeah. Imagine a 6-foot Paul Scholes. Oh, you've just described Zinedine Zidane. What a ball that is. Oh, who played that pass? Are we genuinely going to be... Is that Damjanovic playing sneaky balls, is it? If we keep playing like this, then I think we're going to have some fun in the Premier League, and I think we definitely have made the right decision to stay at Palace. Obviously, we need to remember that our main focus is actually the cups rather than the leagues. That's what I've got to try and remember, and that's going to be quite tricky, isn't it? To sort of be like, yeah, the Arsenal 100 points incoming. I think you're probably right. Good pre-season, nearly Orange guarantees a piss poor league campaign. Yeah. I think it certainly can suggest that, Nige, because I think the players get a little bit too... It sounds stupid. I think they get a little bit too confident. Like they sort of go, this is easy. We stroll in. And they also don't know how to react when they lose, which is one thing that our players haven't learned yet, which is good. Let's try and make it as long as it possibly can be before they learn how to lose. His career again. European qualification. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if we end up in the Europa? Are you going to go? Oh, Tom, no worries at all. Pleasure having you in, mate. Genuinely. Take it easy. We'll catch you soon. We do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but because we're doing a bit of a house rebuild at the minute, there might be some more streams kicking off over the weekend. But we'll definitely be back bank holiday Monday. So yeah, pleasure having you in. But yeah, definitely come and see us. See us soon. George, the world famous PTM, mate. We've already taken Sporting Lisbon to the sword. We're just telling, basically just showing all of Portugal that we mean business. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be their first choice goalkeeper this season. Well, maybe we don't know. We'll see. Let's see what we've got. Timmy wagon wheel. Oh, hang on. We've given away a penalty. What have we done? What happened there? There you go. Goal for Fabio Prima. True. 2 disallowed goals against Benfica. Exactly. Needed my son to bail us out of trouble in that match. Well, not out of trouble, but like, you know. To make some changes, I think. Quino can be replaced by Krista Berg. I think Minnie Jameson can come on. Z can be replaced. It's 2 for career, isn't it? So we can't really bring him off just yet. Unless he gets a third now. Krista Berg, Golubovic, Minnie Jameson over the top. Oh. Did we sign another left back, or is McDonald playing double duty? We didn't get a left back, Franco, you're right. We've still got Jones. We're trying to cash in on him. McDonald can play left back if needs be, as you correctly say. So I did a very anti-Tony strategy in the August transfer window, and only tried to sign first team players. Normally I sort of go, oh, he'd be great for, like, you know, a backup player. Buy him first, and then go like, oh Jesus. We didn't buy any first teamers. Correa smashes it home, gets his hat trick. Porter Menese, that's the team. Oh, sorry, yeah. Z is the first choice. Z's the first choice, actually. Right, let's make another change. I'm going to bring one of our youngsters on. Adebayo can play right side, can he? Let's play him on the left. Actually, you know what? Let's switch him round. Try there. Go on then. Maxo's been has looked like he's had fun in Portugal. I don't want to tempt fate, but he's not missed training. He sort of seems to like it out here, I reckon. McDonald driving forward, over the top. Daniel Day-Lewis header from the edge of the area. Offside though, I think. 5-1's decent. We'll take 5. Oh, keeper comes and misses it. That's a problem. Maxwell doesn't realise Sangria hasn't got much alcohol. He's got it in his water bottle. I mean, that's worrying, isn't it? Flapianski in goal. The problem is we can't find a reasonably priced alternative. All goalkeepers are like £1 billion or aren't actually much better. So he might be an issue when it comes to the Premier League. I get that. He might well be a concern. And that's what we always got to try and work out, to be like, right, is he going to be the guy that we have to look at, or should have given Luzek a couple of games? That's a fair point. That's a fair point. One I did not think about. Fatih Ojkan, didn't he play for us? No, he didn't, no. David Clark's off. No worries, David. Nice to see you, buddy. We'll catch you soon, hopefully, man. Nice to have you in. Let's play your son every game. No bias whatsoever. No, none. Literally none. Literally none. Like, he's earning it. He's earning his chance. Like, he's already scored in pre-season. He scored against Benfica, so he does definitely deserve a chance. He scored at the Stadium of Light. So, what do you mean he's a League Two player? Doesn't like big matches. Michael Cook. Communication's better, one-on-ones are better, throwing's better, positioning's better, concentration's better, composure's better, aggression's better. But hates big matches. Could be the next Mark Schwarzer. I think if we believed hard enough, yeah. I think we are struggling to find a goalkeeper who is definitively better than what we've got. Brad Jones, Mark Bosnich. How do we not mention Mark Bosnich first? What are we thinking then about Rodriguez? Phil Parks. Whoever Maxwell, that could spell disaster for the pair of them. He can head a ball. For a ball playing centre half, he can definitely head. He's so ruddy bloody brave as well. The thing is, for a ball playing centre half, his vision's really low at 10, but work rate's not brilliant, but he's a leader. So, and he's determined. He's 23. He was 10th in the Bundesliga last year for blocks. He was 3rd in the Bundesliga for key headers. He was 11th in Bundesliga for possessions won. He cleared the ball 41 times. 27th for interceptions. Consistency is potentially a concern, yes. Likes big matches. He's already had his torn thigh. So he's had the specialist out on that. He's a no-nonsense centre-back. See, I want him as a ball player. That's the problem. Won't play much since that incident, no. Can we afford him? I don't know, but maybe. I think 9 million, we can probably do the whole, like, spread payments thing, or can we buy him now and maybe, like, nudge some things on? We're just excusing the £70 million in debt. Yeah, of course we are. Of course we are. We're just going to bypass all that. This is the Premier League, George. We don't need stable finances anymore now. You know, look, it says here we can play in the Champions League. So, Don't get relegated. If we get relegated, it's not. Then we're out. We're away somewhere else. Plenty of other clubs. Well, no, there's not really. There's only really Barnsley as an option. But there you go. There'll be other clubs somewhere, I think. There's the Barcelona numbers. TNS will come around January. Yeah. We have put a bit in for him, haven't we? Have we? Yes, we have, yeah. Leave when you're out of all the cups. That's probably the way to do it, isn't it? Nothing like an M23 derby to kick things off. Yeah, I need to work out what the actual rationale for this derby is. Just the road, yeah. Isn't football great? Why do you like hate them? Road Network. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Just tackling was the issue, wasn't it? What was this guy again? I can't see his tackling's only 12 again, you know. Both have got birds. Eagles eat seagulls. Yes. Yes, they do. Brighton's current nickname is the Seagulls. They've previously been known as the Dolphins, was sung on the terrace as a humorous counter chant to Palace's Eagles. That is a bit petty. That is very petty. They're chanting about our animals. But also, if that is the reason, then that's brilliant. Like, well done for being that petty. Like, you know, I do like the fact that they just went, you know what, yeah, that's the reason, right there. There's a journeyman see if it what other teams that have an animal. Just ended a 10-year save in Austria, got bored and left to go to Italy. See, Italy's an option for next year as well, isn't it? Like, you know, Sampdoria have been relegated. I know they're in Serie B, so probably not a great one. You're expected to win Serie B, so we maybe have to go down to Serie C. 90% Latin America teams, yeah. Pumas would be a good one, yeah. Would you class that? I mean, that is technically when you write it down, it says Pumas, right? Teams in Asia as well. They love having like sort of eagles and cockerels and stuff on the badges, don't they? Serpents. Tigers, yeah. Okay, this is handy then. So, suggestions. League position 14th isn't too bad. Yeah, we've got 5 players in, 16 players out. Now, we normally like to overspend and bring too many players in, but I think if we've certainly brought the squad size down. It's pretty nice, right? They're expected 15th apparently, according to the actual official standings. Net transfer spend of 23.5 million. I'm going to need to sell another 6 players, aren't I? I can't be having a positive transfer. Jesus, what am I doing? Splashing the cash. Favourite Brian Palace story is that the coach driver for Palace took a shit on the floor after Palace won in the playoff semis. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. At Brighton Stadium as well, yeah. So, okay. Suggested 15, 250 to 1. So we're twice as confident as winning the league as Leicester were. I like that. That'd be good. I don't know if we will end up challenging for the title this season. Probably not. I love how I don't know if we'll be challenging. No, we won't. We won't at all, will we? Better than Leeds is always a bonus. 40 points the first game, then the cups. Yeah. Yeah, let's just see what we can do. hopefully what we're doing is going to be all right. You know, do we just prioritise the League Cup? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely do, Yord. We need to basically have it so that... I mean, look, we turned down a £57 million bid for Z from Man United. He doesn't want to go, but we also think that he needs to be rejected. Because, ironically, we can't really replace Z. Plus, I don't want Brooklyn McLuckley as well. Done a good job with the off-season, mainly because you haven't been chasing 50 midfield, could be something players. Yeah, and that is what I'm known for, to be honest. Win the League Cup, get out. Yeah, League Cup, FA Cup. Either of those perfectly acceptable. If we can't get the cup this season, then we look to move. Of course, when we're bringing back the suicide tactic from Asia, I mean, depends, doesn't it? Depends upon, sometimes needs must. So sometimes we might have to, crack open the do not break this glass sort of tactic. But if we need it, we need it, right? Have I tried it this year? I don't think I have, actually. I don't think so. We should have a go with it, shouldn't we? Did I do it in PvP, maybe? I might have used it in PvP, and I think it got something. We do need a bit more murder ball. Yes, we do. East Fife. Let's go back to East Fife. Murder ball time. I like the confidence you got, though, Dan. This team's got a Euro Conference football written all over it. I don't think we sign this guy. Nah. Daniel Carlson's available on loan. He's now not as good. An idea if there's a full screenshot anyway. There's one on Twitter of the player roles. Of Murder Ball, I might have it somewhere in the Discord, possibly. I'll have a little scout about. In fact, hang on. Proper Murder Ball with the defender's arm with samurai swords. No. Let's see if I can... Have I got it in here? It should be here, shouldn't it? What was it called? Was it called Murder Ball? Can you remember? I might have to have a look at it. Maybe it's... Did we not call it Murder Ball? Yeah, there you go. Murder Ball. That's it. That's it right there, George. I'll send you it in the yeah, screenshot that. That's what you want to be getting. It's disgusting. It's amazing though. It's amazing, Franco, is what it is. I call it Murder Ball 23. The problem with how disgusting it is the fact that it works. It's literally like throw everything to the wind. All those attacking positions with 2 on attack and playing cautiously. That's the beauty of it, though. That's the beauty of it. You play cautious because they don't really know what you actually need to do. Then you dial it up, and you can then put it to attacking. Yeah, I can get you the thing. Let me quickly do it. 2 seconds. See if I can send you it. because it's basically it's meant to just be like chaos essentially. Because the idea being that, well, what the fuck? How are we doing like all these players forward, but then still on cautious mentality? It made no sense, and the whole idea was none of it was supposed to make sense. Let me see what I got. That's one of it, yeah. Well, yeah, then try and get it working on this game. Right. Yeah, there you go. That's in the Discord there for you now, George. So you can, and everyone else, in fact, to be honest, to go and play around with that. What was the tag? That was Murder Ball. That was Murder Ball, Scott. Welcome back in. Welcome back in, by the way. This is the I only bought attacking players in the transfer window and now I have a tactical issue. No, this was this basically came from, we were struggling in Indonesia and I just figured the only way to do it was just to throw everything at the wall, and we somehow like ended up going, maybe there's something in this. And yeah, and at that point Murder Ball was born. We could pull that off at TNS. I think TNS would love to see something like that. But maybe we do. Excuse me. Maybe we do just try these 5. Well, you know what? This is what we should have done from the start. How many trophies we are on? Just bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just going to pull this up and show you. 10 out of 35 so far, season 16. Premier League this year, FA Cup and Carabao Cup this year, we hope. Throw onto my PSG side. Yeah, I reckon like with a team that where you know you're the dominant team, like a Celtic, for example, you could probably do pretty well with a Celtic side with that sort of formation, I reckon. Yeah, any team where you are the dominant team in the league should work pretty decent. There's the Discords, Diaz. Current fitness coach. That's about the fitness coach. A couple of them there's the one. Yeah, no, welcome in. It's a pleasure to have you in. Hope you're good. 20 million for Jorge Rodriguez? We haven't got 20 million quid, have we? That's the problem. Let's try and do some spread payment, shall we? Do I maybe no. If he doesn't come, he doesn't come. Yeah, and we'll look for a loan player. It'll be fine. We can fill centre half position somewhere or other. You know. Not allowed to go on loan. Interesting. Okay. Hawcroft, we're not that fussed about these days. 29 players to look through here. Well, look, we can't get him because he's on loan anyway, so Ziani Brugni, sorry. That's pretty good. He doesn't look great. Fatiosh Khan. Reasonable. Ty George. Fine. Nunziati centre back. No vision. Marking and tackling's good though. Balance is good. Championship basic player. Matteo Lepret. Looks reasonable, but I think he's particularly brilliant. Man U won him, their championship side. Let him go to the championship. Kevin Smith. Leonard Blanc. You don't want a striker called Blanc, do you? Let's be honest. The jokes would be too easy. That's what she said. Lundberg looks reasonable. Cornet looks fine. Check fall. Keenan Percy. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Who's the striker at Villa? We don't need another striker, obviously, but Salazar we like, but again, we can't afford him. Ramirez looks decent. That's a fullback. Keep on the short list. Ishvedo we like the look of, but he's going to go somewhere else, I think. Imwe. Callum Lynch, promising centre back. Could be a promising centre back. Have a look through the South American teams we keep on December. No, we haven't yet. We will do though. We looked at the Mexico goalkeepers who were all brilliant, and then we sort of went, shit, they've all left. So that was a bit of a shame. Or they were all like worth £1 billion. So that wasn't great. And Garcia, we know about him. I shouldn't really keep clicking there, should I? Pablo Ortiz. Let's scout that guy. He might be okay. Cordova. Kaiserslautern. Vision and the passing don't look great. Bernal 5'11". 5'11" for a centre half. Doesn't look too bad actually. Going to Bournemouth. Determination 19, balance 15. First touch is only 9 though. There's 27 as well. Mexican players are like Chinese players, are very expensive. Jumping reach not brilliant either. Yeah, we might end up at a club where someone like that might become interesting later on down the line, but for now, not so much. Jairo Santos, 125 million. Oscar Munoz, 34 mil. 32 mil at Real Madrid. Hernan Perez. I think what we, again, as we know, we're going to struggle with finding value, aren't we? And this guy, again, we've had a look at this fella. And I don't think that there's too much difference again between what we've got. Doesn't like big matches either. Bit of a mercenary. You know, his scattergraph isn't actually much better. Good shot stopper. 5'10" as a goalkeeper. That's not a real thing, is it? Passing's good, throwing's good, reflexes are good. Bravery's good, composure's good, determination's good, positioning's good, work rate's good. Like, he's good, but his jumping reach is shit, and his aerial reach is awful. So, like, he's not quite what we're looking for. You know? Vilma Cruz. He's not better than what we've got, you're right. And it makes it, as I say, it makes it that little bit more tricky, isn't it? Because we are trying to find players that sort of are better than what we've got. We've ended up in a position where we've actually got a decent side. How can we stay with newly promoted Palace? I think what we've done some decent recruitment. I think we quite like the squad we've built. We're going to give it a go and see if we can win a cup. If we can't, then we'll just look to jump around and go somewhere else, to be honest, really. That's the plan. A cup would be great. Like a Carabao or an FA Cup. That'd be brilliant. Whether we can do it or not, we don't know. But it would be good just to be able to practice on just focusing on one thing. Just being the king of the palace. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Right, Alvarez is off somewhere else, so he's like too expensive for us. Joaquin Sousa 35. Lopez. Evening, Andrew. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Jose Villa. Of course, we can't afford him still. 57 million. Oof. And there was no better job. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, we could look at I want to make a statement at Palace and do a thing, but the reality is, there was no job that was actually that was going to be good for us. So decided not to go anywhere. If Murderball's going to work, it says that Man City is the first port of call because if Haaland fails, we have much promise. Yeah, I think that's a fair shout. That's a fair shout. Have you tried at Ajax, possibly, Jord? You know, because that's going to be like a team that's... No, we can't afford to have Doyle upset, can we? £8 million for Jellied Eagles? No, come on. You're going to have to stay. You're some of the big unit up top. Dortmund for Hala? I found the Chilean Haaland in my save, just scored his third hat-trick in 4 matches. I like that. I very much like that. Let's do a bit of long-term planning with Rodriguez. He's only slightly interested. $56, yeah. It's fine. If he doesn't want that sort of money, then we'll just... 41, possibly. How much did Dortmund offer? For Rodriguez? Nothing yet. Freeman is Leicester and Man U. Porto have offered £8 million for Jellied Eagles. And Barnsley have offered a loan deal for Doyle. Okay, 8 days. 8 days for a Queen, that's fine. O'Donnell's got a week as well. Match day and ticket revenue, look at that. We're bottom £18 million. Tottenham 105 mil. Right. Start from the bottom. It's going to be okay. Yeah, let's Let's do this. Angel back off to Blackburn. What he's just been... It's just not worked out for him, has it, really? To be honest. At least we've got wages, some wages covered. So... I don't think we can get him in, can we? Not on loan, no. Is there anybody in the Man City ranks we can loan in? Nicky Mallon, they're probably not going to let us have again. He was there last season. Anders Pavlak, they're probably not going to let us have either. Because he was first teamer for last season, so it's unlikely. Claudio Brinkman, goalkeeper. Again, not much better. Not much better. Tulio Fontes. Ademar Gomes. Jamie Malone, formerly of Crystal Palace. Look at that. Out there having a great time. £237 million on a goalkeeper. Yikes. Christy Scorgi. Lots of money as well. Actually, I'll pay £500,000. Cicero Wrighton, of course, who knows that on loan. Vanderson, £240 million goalkeeper. Malievsky. Leonard Skinner. Crazy money. Was Murderball quite leaky? I would imagine so, yes. I would imagine so. You've only really got 3 centre-halves, so it's likely that you're going to let a lot of goals in. Marco Esches. I mean, I don't know if my scouts are right, but they're suggesting he's better than the Cure. So better in the air, because he's 6'6". Better technically, not so much better attacking. His vision's worse, his speed's worse. He's less physical, he's better defending. Jumping reach of 19. Teamwork of 17. Position of 15. Work rate of 15. Heading of 17. Skinner would be amazing if we could get him, but he's far too good. He's far too good, so trying to convince him to leave is going to cost all the money in the world. Samuel Chukwu. Better or worse? I'm thinking for the next band name, or I mean, look, he's £23 million. He's not played a game. There's got to be a point when they just go, you know what? Like, when are you going to start looking to get rid of him, you know? Do we go back in for Argentino? You know, he was the first one we looked at, wasn't he, really? And that's what sort of made us think, like, oh, maybe we do go for a goalkeeper. Anticipation's better, concentration's better, leadership's better, positioning's better, balance is better, jumping reach is better, command of area is better, air reach is better, 1-on-1s is better, passing's better, reflex is better, throwing's better, like everything's better, basically. But I think it's going to be a case of like his value is like so much higher. Plus, he doesn't like big matches either. £21 million apparently. I don't know if we'd get them for that because obviously we'd have to try and split it over God knows how long. They want ridiculous wages. I think he did, yeah. Wasn't it something like 90 grand or like 150 grand or something stupid? Part of me is tempted to say we go into the league as we are, like try it out and see where we get to, you know. Wouldn't be the worst decision in the world. Deadline day for a defender. Yeah. And I think that's potentially the best way to do it, and it just literally wait until deadline day and then try and get all the signings over the line. Just go, right, look, who's available now, you know. That's when we're going to find some people that we didn't necessarily know about, or when we're going to get some better deals. Oh, you're available for loan, eh? Or transfer listed? If you'd be available for loan. No, not for relatively cheap, you're not. Never mind. Squad to be decided, right? 8 players trained in England. And we've currently got 13. So that's fine, we're good. 25 players already noted out of the 15. Players under 20 don't need to be disclosed, so Christa Berg doesn't have to be disclosed either. Ronan Robertson doesn't. Adebayo doesn't. McMahon doesn't. To be fair, the amount of time that Valley is going to be injured, he might probably not worth registering him really either. Matty Warwick doesn't need to be. He might do. Queen it will, yeah. Berg's 18, Jelly's 18, Jameson's 15. Evening NYG, welcome in. How are you? Hope you're keeping well. Right, let's confirm that. So 21 players in the squad so far. New fitness coach in there, so 2 fitness coaches in, so that might be a good thing for us. Jelly Deals there, 8.1. Doyle's struggling. No, keep him on the shortlist. Still losing a lot of money. Continue that. Hopefully get some better coaches in shortly as well. Ball isn't so good this year. Lost 5-1 to PSV. Oh, maybe dial it up to just attack and then take the cautious off it and just throw it full pelt. Or maybe it's like the problem as well is that like there's certain things where you look at how a tactic works and there's moments where it just works better with an individual doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, rather than just setting it away and being like, that'll be fine. Like, it just works better when there's a person physically changing it. Question, Yolok. What do I do with my team leader with 1 year contract left, but he's asking for way too much money? I want to sell him. Now he's worth something. I need tips. He doesn't want to leave. This is the problem, isn't it? Like if you've got players there that don't want to go, you could get him to sack his agent. Frank was just said there. Yeah, that's a decent shout, to be honest. Evening McKins, how are you, pal? Welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream, McKins? Always nice to see you here. If you've not followed McKins, but you're in my chat, then why are you not following McKins? Get a follow on that man right now. Swindon's #1. Always a pleasure to have you in, pal. Welcome in, Raiders, by the way, as well. This is the British Steel Challenge. 16 seasons in. We're currently at Crystal Palace. We've been all over the place. We've been in Northern Ireland. We went to Dungannon. We started at Banbridge, then Portadown, then Dungannon, then Linfield, then Oxford, East Fife, Huddersfield, Crystal Palace. That's where we are. If that's the sort of thing you fancy, welcome in. Pull yourself up a chair. Come and chill out with us. We're about to do our first league game of the Premier League season as well. So you've joined us pretty much at a good time, to be honest. And we are currently just doing the squad numbers because, again, massively important to do squad numbers, obviously, as we just click through random numbers and go, that'll do. Can I pull up a stall? Any type of pew, Adam, is perfectly acceptable. You can pull up whatever you want. You know, if you want to sit on a tuffet, you're more than welcome to do that. So, yeah, you make yourself as comfortable as you like. And you know what? If to some of you might be sitting there going, I don't want to get comfortable. I want to be I want to be uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable. Totally fine. You do you. You know. You're welcome to be however you want to be around here. So we should say as well, by the way, there's a few people that we need you to meet with this save. So bed of nails, got to yeah. If that's your thing, Jord, you know, if that's your thing, some people love the bed of nails. Not for me personally, but some people fucking they go big for it. I'm going to show you some players that you need to know as characters as part of this save. Okay, so first of all, we will introduce you to this guy. We're going to introduce you to Jovan Damjanovic, who's come through the ranks via Sweden. We brought him in. He's pretty handy, to be honest. Inverted winger. He's up and down a bit with his form and his abilities, but you know he'll get there. Don't worry. He's an interesting lad. Not as interesting as Aquino, who we signed for £1 million from Uruguay, and he has just been exceptional. Last season, 14 assists, 11 goals in all competitions, 14 assists. So that was pretty handy, to be honest. And just knocking on the door behind him is Christopher Berg, who we've renamed Christer Berg. Norwegian, 18 years old, wonder kid, has just come in. Was interested in Paris Saint-Germain were looking at him, Real Madrid looked at him, Wolves looked at him, Inter Milan. He's chosen Crystal Palace. So very happy to see him there. And also, we do need to say hello as well to Mini Jameson. So Junior Jameson's in. I've never had a son in the game before, but this is the first time we've had it. So here he is. Definitely. Look at that. Look. See, I've never had that before. It's weird, isn't it? Mad. We've got a player called The Cure as well, by the way, because his surname is Robert Smith. That's his surname, so we've changed his name. We've got Daniel Lewis up front, who we call Daniel Day-Lewis, obviously. So that's our striker there, who's pretty good. And then we've just brought in Eli Correa as well, who again is another big, strong centre forward who we're hoping is going to do some decent stuff during pre-season and into the actual season for us going forward. So that's where we are. In terms of where we've been, this right here, this is the trophy hall. And by trophies, we mean anything that could be from a promotion to actually winning a title. So Banbridge, 2 trophies there. As you can see there, the 3rd division and a cup. Portadown won nothing. We won a cup with Dungannon. We won a league with Linfield and a cup. Oxford, we won promotion. We also won the FA Trophy. We got into the Football League. Then we won League 2, which is brilliant. East Fife, nothing. Huddersfield Town promoted to the Championship. Crystal Palace promoted to the Premiership. And that's what we've ticked off. So this is how it looks over the course of the save. So everything in Scotland still to do. Everything in Wales still to do. And more importantly, still got the Championship in Northern Ireland to do. We've still got loads of cups in Northern Ireland to do. Some of them are regional. And we've still got the Vanarama National North. The Vanarama South and North. And the Papa John's Trophy. Still got the Papa John's. The Pizza Cup still needs to be done. Which, of course, is the big one. Everyone knows that. Right. Everyone knows that's the big one. But yes, hope everyone's well. Welcome to the stream. If this seems like the sort of thing that you're interested in, whack a follow down on it. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, but we're in the middle of a house rebuild at the minute, so we might stream a little bit more because myself and Mrs. J have got nothing to sit on downstairs. So Mrs. J has just decided to go straight to bed, and she's like, look, if you want to stream more, you're more than welcome. If you want to do bits and bobs for YouTube or TikToks or whatever, go and do all that. So I was like, all right, cool, we'll work it out. So we might be doing a little bit more. And yeah, you're welcome to come and hang out with us. It's good. Of course, we've got Discord as well. If you haven't got enough Discords, if you've not joined 1,000, if you want another one, come and join that. And then there's also the Football Manager Show podcast as well, which will be making a comeback very soon. I mentioned it briefly on the chat earlier on. The plans, conversations have happened, so we are doing something. So we're just trying to get the last little bits all locked down and nailed down. But yeah, we have had movement, which is good. Sounds like I've had indigestion for a second, doesn't it? There's been a movement. Oh, okay. Stand well back. More water. Yeah, more water. There's too much dust in the house. Too much dust. And not because we're mucky pups, but because, obviously, like I say, we are currently we're building an extension, and we've now got internal remodeling going on as well, which is it's really fun. It's really fun, but it's really messy and really playing havoc with my chest, to be honest. As an asthma sufferer, it's far from ideal, you know. But here we are doing our thing. So yeah, we'll get there. Dust is inescapable. It really is. It really is. And it gets everywhere, which again, we understand, right? We understand that. Is Frederick Gosling a better goalkeeping coach than what we've already got? Can we find a better goalkeeping coach again, do you reckon? He's better at goalkeeping, apart from distribution, obviously. He looks good. Let's see if we can get better. Kelvin Davis. I'll tell you what, I don't think we're going to get him. Let's just pull out of that. Inter have signed Postlett. I think that's a big move. Newcastle have brought a new player in as well, new goalkeeper as well. So that means that potentially that PSG goalkeeper's still sat there doing nothing. Internal remodeling is a bloke called Wayne with sledgehammer knocking down walls. Yeah, it is. He's lovely. He's lovely as well. We can't still be looking at another goalkeeper as well. Surely that would be just be it's just hoarding at this point, isn't it? No, it's Zoolander. I feel a lot like Zoolander, to be honest. I've got me hammer and loads of dust. It's great. £38 million. We haven't got £38 million. Can't be paying that kind of crazy money. TJ walking around with a hammer in hand. Watch out, Mrs. J. Oh yeah. Everyone watch out. Like, this can only end badly. Big TV games: Leeds versus Palace, Leeds versus Sheffield United. There you go. The TV has spoken. Any good saves? Loads of good saves. What sort of save do you want? I'm not sure that a 19-year-old goalkeeper is the right one for it's the right idea in the Premiership, but 1860 Munich is good. Dover Athletic, Depot, Sampdoria next season. How about Stoya Bucharest? Hertha, Kaiserslautern. Doing a save with Wrexham, currently in the second season of the Premier League, but got bored and the idea is how to liven it up. Yeah, just do homegrown players. Just only bring players through your setup. I guess once you got to the Premier League with Wrexham, there you go, Welsh, Canadian or American. There's a good suggestion, to be honest. I think when you're with when you're in with that, because obviously you'll have lost. Have you lost Reynolds and McElhenney? Are they still there? Some people obviously have said that they leave. I guess it depends, doesn't it? If you've got no money, then it's not. It's a different save, isn't it? But yeah, I do like the idea of Welsh, Canadian, or American. Didn't we do that actually when we was at FM23? I'm sure we did that, didn't we? That was our sort of like introductory challenge, wasn't it? And then we all discovered Blakey. That's where Blakey came from. Did not steal that idea at all. No, don't. Ideas are there, aren't they? But I can't remember who suggested it. But it's just when you said it out loud, I was like, I think we did that. Yeah. Goalkeeper injured for 7 days. Excellent. 10 days till the first league game. Brilliant. Backup goalkeeper hasn't played at all in pre-season. Salabaretta. I don't think he's a centre half, is he? Semir Tolak, instinctive goalkeeper. Oh yeah, instinctive. Not just one of those like keepers who's like, oh, what's my job again here? His job is definitely, I know I'm supposed to save the ball, aren't I? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Doesn't like big matches. No use. Adam Storr, on loan from Napoli. 110 grand a week. Oh, no. Sorry, yeah, to give it its full name, unlike fucking Bordeaux. Yeah. Would you not want us to do Bordeaux again? I take it, Rajo. No, you're not keen on that one. What was worse, Bordeaux, Bolton, or Sheffield Wednesday? I'll say no that. It's reasonable. It's reasonable. Paul Masterson. I mean, apart from the fact he can't tackle, he looks fine. Is this left-sided Trent Alexander-Arnold? I'm going to say Bordeaux rather than trying out of the ball and save. Yeah, the Bolton one was. Didn't we do it the 93? Is it Connor Masterson? I don't know. We're in a different. Or we're way into the future now, so there's a whole bunch of new gens. But maybe. Wednesday, like the restrictions, was grind. It was a grind. It was. Definitely no hiding behind that at all, was there? It's like, yeah. And then, of course, Aaron just didn't really understand the rules of his own save, so that was fun. No matter what FM I have, I always struggle with Bolton. I think some teams are just difficult, aren't they? That's the thing. Like, and just trying to sort of work it out and be like, right, how can I minimise the sadness? And that's all FM is. It's just minimising the sadness. I'm not great at doing that myself. Third season was a struggle. Wednesday, the other two were okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, once you're just in that grind, and it's like, oh, here's where we are. We ain't going nowhere. We're going nowhere fast either. That's when you start worrying. No. He's still available for loan. He looked very good last season at Stoke. Well, he's going to end up costing us money, isn't he? Doyle to Barnsley. I'm afraid it's going to have to go. It's going to have to happen, isn't it? I always know many people don't enjoy doing saves. The team they support, I can never get into a Notts County save. Yeah, a lot of people do say that, don't they? They just won't do it. I'm not fussed. I've done plenty of Sunderland saves, so it's fine. It's, again, talk about the sadness there, don't we? Newcastle have signed him as well. Ugh. They've signed 2 goalkeepers. Brilliant. Personal connection can complicate decisions. It can, because you think with your heart rather than your head, don't you? That's the thing. Jorge Rodriguez is potentially signed. Potentially. Sacked by the team of supporters, disconcerting. Yeah, but it puts hairs on your chest though, Monoret, right? It's like a rite of passage. Everyone's got to go through it at some point. Also, signing Miroslav Klose at the up front with Kevin Phillips is brilliant. It's definitely something I'd recommend. What do you think? Should we take a look at this Panic? I know he's on loan. He's 22. He's not the finished article. Jumping reach isn't brilliant. Work rate's very good. Where's Burnley and Forest? I think they're Championship, aren't they? Let's go. Let them go to the Championship. Greenberg in with the follow. Thank you very much for that. Preston are going to start paying some wages as well. Try a 98, 99 database if you get bored. Good point. Very good point. Are we having a Premier League game? We certainly are. We certainly are. We're nudging closer to it, so it's possible. Strap yourselves in, everybody. It might happen. Stupid wages. Stupid monthly fees. Could do a sport in Lisbon trying to win the top 6 leagues. I like the sound of that. Vindictus Gaming, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you. We've just beaten Lisbon in a friendly. Smashed them 3-1. Look at that. Losing all my best players and they aren't giving me their money either. Horrible. Well, this is what happens, isn't it? £28 million. We haven't got £28 million. How good would this be for the club, though? That's the problem. They're not going to give me the money to just go and do it, are they? And he's not. Is he much better? Let's hang fire. Let's hang fire. Is he Jordan Pickford new gen? I think he is, yeah. Click yes on it, but I don't think we're going to get him anywhere. So, dubious, right. He's going to be given massive wages. 83 grand. Walk away. You're 18, what are you spending 83 grand on? Do you know what I mean? We're getting hoverboards. Chewits. I don't know. St Mirren want to take Paul Masterman on loan. Drugs, probably, yeah. Yeah, beer the same as Maxo. We're not paying that monthly wage, don't be silly. New gens are fake. They aren't real players coming back, are they? Yeah. No, they're not. No, they're brand new players. Brand new players. Jammy Dodgers, yeah, I bet they are. I'm bored of my Build a Nation saves as being a child doing a journeyman by the alphabet, win a title in the club, start with A, move to B. I like the idea of that. I've thought about that before. Like, it's good. It's not a bad idea. think you'd have to start somewhere. You'd probably have to start somewhere where you can get a win, because the issue is that I suppose you can always get a job, can't you? Like, it might not necessarily be a step up, but you can always get a job somewhere. Yeah, I've upped it up. Don't worry. There's a mod for the 98 database which generates real players instead. I have seen this. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? There's only one Ronaldo. He's Brazilian. And he was quite good. Choose the Palace captain. Well, Hayes has got to stay, hasn't he? He's got to stay because he's perfect. Warned Doyle about losing the captaincy. I mean, Doyle's going to leave, isn't he? So I think he's kind of okay with it. Never won the Euros, clearly overrated, says Pass Bro. Yeah, I've never won it. Depends upon which Euros we're talking about, though. Rich Jones streamed a pretty successful one. I don't know where he got it from. Yeah, that was the Mad Scientist one. It's the Mad Scientist database. So let me get the database from. He's normally got his Twitter, hasn't he, Mad Scientist? Yeah. There you go. That's it. Oh yeah, that Ronaldo. Ronaldo didn't win the Euros that way. Got you. Right. Jorge coming in. We think he'll make a good partner, don't we, with the Cure? Let's go for it. At least we're not panicking on a deadline day now with, oh my god, we haven't signed a centre half. What can we do? We've brought one in. Hopefully he's going to be good enough. C plus. The squad's now overrated. We're players who can play centre half. Well, not really, because we're going to be losing one in a second. So, and also we've got some out on loan, so I wouldn't necessarily say we're overloaded, but I get what you mean. He does, doesn't he? He does look good. Hopefully he'll be very good for us. Is he right-footed or left-footed? Do you remember? He's right-footed. And the Cure's left, isn't he? Yeah, we've actually been playing the Cure as a left-footed centre-back. Right, let me change that around then. There you go, that'll do. Perfect. There we go. Right. 4 days. 4 days. I told you we get a league game. I told you we get a league game done tonight. They'll step up the chase for Golubovic all they want. It's not happening. Leeds want to take Ethan Johnson in on loan. Not for 140 grand over a month, we're not. Nope. $6 million for a goalkeeper. Seems reasonable, but he's not much better than what we've already got, to be honest. Let's unveil Rodriguez, shall we? Big contribution. Do you continue to spend big chunks of your transfer budget? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Similar overspending? I don't know about that. Jorge Rodriguez has taken what some might describe as a big step backwards. I mean, hey now. Don't know about that. It's not that much of a step backwards, right? Right, Doyle's gone to Preston, 33-year-old. Absolute slander. Exactly. Who do they think? We've beaten Sporting Lisbon. Drew 3-3 with Benfica. Who are these? I don't know what they're on about. Yeah. We'll just use it as fuel. It's gonna fuel us for this season, right? Already, people don't like us, and we don't care. That's the idea, innit? I know it's the Millwall way, but you know, this is what it is. I think people are just trying to get in our heads. I'm not having it. Oh, look at that. Piereschi went to Benevento. He's shot up in value. Wow. Ridiculous. Salty B in for 7 months. Thank you, Salty B. Hope you're well, pal. Nice to see you in. Go and drop Salty a follow, by the way, everyone, if you can do. That'd be much appreciated. What a move that is. All very good. All very, very good. Thank you, Salty. Just chilling. We're getting into our first league game as a Premier League club now with Crystal Palace. In fact, the whole game's gone up to 35, so we're okay there. That's good as well. And he's the best centre-half at the club. Excellent. Novak requests a transfer. Don't do that because we haven't got any more money, which is fine. Don't worry. Right. 3 more days, and we can finally have our first Premier League match of the season. It's taken us all stream. We played 2 friendlies, and we're now here. Goalkeeping coach, I think Darren Flavin's the option, isn't it? Look at all those 19s and 20s. Right, get him in. Just pay the money, pay whatever they need. Coach Albert stays out as well. Mark Hudson. Preston looks pretty good. Compare with general coach Lewis Craig. Turn attacking. Yeah. Better. Good. Try and obviously up this to make it much better for this season. Yeah, much better. Here as well. And then we could do with an attacking coach actually. $15 is not too bad. Kyle Bartley? Don't think so. Daniel Ledbetter, no. Right, there you go. Go and have a little look. Okay, Brighton at home, Brentford away. See, the Cardinals released DeAndre Hopkins today. I did see that, yeah. So they're saying like they've freed up something like 24 million on the salary cap for him. So it's a strange decision to release him. I guess the question marks obviously is going to be, where's he going to go? Because he can still do a job. Do you know what I mean? Like he's still got reps. I wonder if he ends up at the Jets or something. Take him at the Bears. Yeah. I was talking to a friend, didn't say something the other day, who wanted to be a team with a stable hierarchy. What's the season preview looking like? Let's have a little look at that. We were predicted 15th. 15th? We'll take that. We'll absolutely take that. We're now the highest net spend transfer spenders, 49 million. 49 million, 7 players in, 16 players out. So we've done some business, I think. I think reasonable business as well, actually. Hopkins to the Giants. I can see him going to the Jets. Do you know what I mean? Like, because obviously you got Aaron Rodgers, he's going to need someone to throw to. So I could maybe do with that. I think we've bought all right, you know. Hopkins to the Patriots. That feels almost inevitable, doesn't it? Rodgers got his mates for the Packers to go to the Jets. Don't think he'll go there. True. Most teams in the league would have him. He's still a top receiver. He is. You know, we've got Debo. So, Kittle. McCaffrey, sorry. I think our offense still looks pretty good. Right, well prepared for the Brighton clash. Let's hopefully get ourselves off to a good start. As a Falcons fan, says Cobbler Sean, this sounds like someone who's not going to be overly happy, I don't think. We've not got anyone, our best receiver is Alec Pierce. That's not great, is it? Fulham at home in the Carabao Cup. Okay. It's not the best start, is it? Would have fancied a lower team, given by the fact we're going to try and win a cup. Fulham's not dreadful, but would have preferred someone like, you know, Exeter. Would have been my preference. Keep the scouts going. Expectation review. There we go. Avoid relegation. Be competitive in the FA Cup. Be competitive in the Carabao Cup. That's what they're thinking. He's not going. Right, what are we thinking then? Are we going to start the season with a bang? Are we going to get 3 points on the board? Friday night football as well. We're kicking it off. We're literally in charge of the whole thing. So, right. Big juicy 3 points. The juiciest of all points. Go win and we're top. Yeah, and you know what? Make ourselves comfortable. Do we start Daniel Day-Lewis or do we start Correa? I think we start Day Lewis, but Correa's had quite a pre-season, so he might be a little bit understandably a bit pissed off if he doesn't start. But I guess he can come on and he can be a bit of muscle. So that's how we look then. This is going to be the first team of the season. So Kitiowski in goal, Jorge Rodriguez, The Cure, Z, Grimes, Warwick, Hayes, Aquino, Damjanovic, and Daniel Day-Lewis. McDonald's on the bench, Golubovic on the bench, Correa's on the bench, Murphet's on the bench. I think we should probably put Sam Jones on the bench just in case. Because, actually no, it's alright. O'Donnell can play left back. That's fine. Robertson's on the bench. Not on the bench. Right. Let's go for it. Premier League football. Let's do it. Matty Warwick's aggressive. Leave him on it. Right. 3 points, as you said, Joe. As has been said, Joe said there, we're top of the league. So 4-2-3-1, dirty formation. Ugh, horrible. You can tell we're in the Premier League, the league where ideas go to die. Yeah. Thank you, Nico. I appreciate that. See how we get on. 4-2-3-1, 5-3-2s are all you see. Yeah, I can imagine so. It's a great game to start the season with, isn't it? Greenberg, Friday night, Palace Brighton, fucking carnage. We've only got one shot so far. 2 for Brighton. We've won the ball back though. Maxo, he's the one for a rivalry. Maxo, Rodriguez, Grimes, out to The Cure. Interesting to see what happens now. We've got The Cure playing as a left sider. Great ball through. Aquino. Oh. Early chance. Aquino whips it in. Keeper at the back post. Big Larry. That's one of the players that you all spotted last time. So try and get him in. It's like, I think he's worth like 100 million or something. He just left. There's Hayes, Captain Colossus, Damjanovic. Deflect out for a corner. Aquino whip it in. Head away. Cure. Even more, Sam. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you in. Hope you're well. Warwick's just furious, isn't he? Everyone else is like chilled out, having a great time, and he's like, Andy with a follow. Appreciate you, mate. Very kind. Thank you for that. That's how he plays. Yeah, he's just aggressive from the start, isn't he? We needed a bastard, and that's him. Rodriguez winning the header there. Great header, actually. Here's the counter attack. Maxo goes down the wing, pulls it back. Hayes. Better performance, better possession. 66, 7 shots, 4 on target now. 6 out of our 9 tackles won. Just moving the ball around nicely. Warwick, Hayes, inside for Damjanovic. Second bite of the cherry. Into the crowd he goes. 1-0 to the Palace, up the fucking Eagles. God, Damjanovic gets lucky on his weaker foot, apparently. His weaker foot, his right foot. We are staying up. We are staying up. We are staying up. Just lost Goncalves for Sporting, £50 million. All I can get him was Cole Palmer on loan. 10 points cleared, second with 16 games left. Wish you luck. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. To be fair, if you got Carlton Palmer, you'd be better. But Cole Palmer's fine. Right, tell everyone that we're delighted at this point. Top of the league, easy. Started say with Brighton, got them to the conference. Nice. The Conference League, sorry, not the conference, obviously. I think they've got a good setup, haven't they? To be honest, Brighton, and it's a fun squad to play. Hot dogs for lunch, dinner, supper. Haven't eaten all day. Oh, I'm a big fan of hot dogs, I must admit. Aquino tees the ball up. Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't fancy going for it. Aquino wins it back again. Down the line to Maxo. Grimes, Hayes, Cure, Grimes, Z. Can he come back inside? Yes, he can. Everyone goes down. Warwick. Matty Warwick can't quite get the ball across there. How's the save been going? Just started watching. Did you start Palace? No, we started. So first of all, yes, the save is fantastic, by the way. Love British Steel Challenge. The idea being is you want to try and sort of win all the leagues and cups that are available in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. But to say win the league, like you can get promoted. So that if you get promoted, that counts as a trophy. Start unemployed, start with no experience, and just see where you end up. So it's a proper good journey, man. Really. We started with Banbridge in Northern Ireland. Then we went to Portadown, Dungannon, Linfield. Then came to England to manage Oxford, who were in the National League at the time. Got them back in the Football League, got them into League One. Aquino's through, straight at the goalkeeper. He has been very disappointing. I'm going to bring Eli on 70 minutes, actually, because we need a little bit more strength up top. Went to Oxford, had a great time there. Got them promoted into League One. Went to East Fife in Scotland, didn't have a great time. Came back to Huddersfield in the that's Maxwell. That's Aquino red card. I was just about to bring Warwick off because I thought Warwick's angry and Aquino's gone flying in. I was going to bring Golubovic or Murphet. I think maybe we bring Double DM and a right winger. Thing is, if we go double DMs, then that means that Hayes has got to draw. Actually, yeah. Let's put Golubovic on for now. Murphy, do that. Do that for now. 4-4-1 diamond. Maybe. We'll have a little look because I don't think that this is the shape that we need really. But we'll see because Eli's up front now, so see how he fares. Oh. Damn. Where's the goal come from? Is it Maxwell looking the wrong way? And then Rodriguez gets brought to the ball. It's a poor goal to give away, isn't it? Really. To be fair, it's not. Yeah, it is pretty bad, but there's certainly worse things that could happen. Um, tell you what, let's do that. Let's put chat there. Here's there. Put Murphet up top. Try that. 5 in the Premier League, yeah. How many have we made? It's now worried I've not made enough of that. There's Murphet. I've only made 3. Right, okay. Let's keep our eyes peeled then. Or breaks in play or something, is it? Look at this. Boss this game. I think it's going to be disappointing to lose, to draw this one, sorry. Oh. Even more disappointing if we lose it. Z down the line to career. Murphet. He's normally pretty decent for a goal, Murphet. Z, come on, onto the Cure's head. That's what we need. 5 minutes of time add on. Oof, McDonald gets up. I mean, for a first match in the Premiership, we'll take a point. We would always have taken a point, but gotta be gutted. We were properly in control until that red card. What was Aquino doing? Even Owen, how are you, pal? Respect the point. Exactly. We're top of the league. We're still top of the league, you know? That's the thing. We're still top of the table, so everything's fine. I didn't get to bring JJ on. Yeah. He'll have to come on against Brentford now. Are we second? It's not good, is it? I'm looking well. Thank you very much. I feel dreadful, but I'm glad you think I look well. Thank you. ABCs. Yeah, of course. Spelling in it. Right, Brentford next, then Arsenal. So I guess we'll find out a little bit about our team like this, yeah. That needs to be match review and recovery. And bonding, I think. Oggy Man U fan, welcome in, appreciate the follow. Let's keep our eyes on all these other scores, see how far we've slipped down the league, shall we? Might let him make an offer for the Cure, doesn't matter, he's not going. The Ganes want Javier Leon. I mean, I don't fancy paying for him. Maybe. Christopher Asamoah, yeah, go on, you can go out on loan. I didn't get that goalkeeping coach, bugger. Cure out for 3 days. That's okay. Right, I'll do the Brentford game, I think. Slipped to 9th. Nearly relegated. This is rubbish. Might as well start looking. Might as well start looking for a new job now. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Cure definitely injured, not sulking over the Man U move. I mean, he can go and play in the Championship if he wants to, and that's the thing. You know, United got relegated. We didn't. We got promoted to the Premier League. So if he's that bothered, then he can go. He can go. Well, yeah, still undefeated. Still undefeated. We're the Invincibles at Crystal Palace at this point. So there is that. Oh, look at that. We've boosted the season tickets up from 15,000 to 20,000. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. We've got the momentum behind us. Yeah. Zakiri, of course, was another player that we looked at from Arsenal. Ironically, would have been much cheaper than Rodriguez. Could still be an option, mind. Arsenal have just beaten Sunderland 6-0. Let's cancel that. Because that Arsenal defender could be an option as well. Doesn't want to go to Seville. That's fine. Let's just get games on him. Suffer crashing defeat to us. Yeah. Exactly. Let them have their little 6-0 lead. Then we'll come up and be like, right, here we go. Here we go. They can be all excited and be like, yeah, it's fine. It's only Crystal Palace. And we're like, plucky Crystal Palace. That's us, that is. Oh, Norwich are going to try and get Isaac Jackson. Oh, we can't get him. It's a shame. I'm quite tempted to go for that Arsenal defender, to be honest. Favourites to be relegated? Derby, I think. Because realistically, we don't have that many players that can play centre half. Really. If we go to the tactics screen now, so we've got Rodriguez, the Cure. And that's McDonnell. Let's go for him. He's only £9,000. Optional future fee. Decent. Then maybe try and bring a midfielder in possibly as well. Plus Rodriguez is now injured for 2 days. Great. Certainly doesn't help, right? Dortmund want Chino. Fine. Wolfsburg want Zerke. Right, he might go there then. Might have missed out, sadly. Okay, last game then. Last game before we go to bed. Away at Brentford. And Aquino obviously can't play. He's been red carded, so Christopher comes in place of Aquino. Rodriguez isn't fully fit, so we'll bring him off. McDonald can go in instead. And I think we start with Eli Correa rather than Daniel Day-Lewis as well. Up top. That's my thinking. Let's go with that. See how that works for us. Right, Warwick again, starting aggressive. Option I could have done though is I could have started with Murphet out wide rather than Christenberg. I'm wondering whether that's the right decision. Guess only time will tell, right? Grimes, Damjanovic, Correa. Putting himself about a bit. Smurfett for the Arsenal game, yeah. We might even need him in the second half here, to be honest. If he's oh, well played, Correa, nice intercepted. Pings the ball through. Damjanovic is through. How's he missed that? How's he missed it? I know it's on his right foot, but still, gotta be finishing, gotta be scoring there. That should be 1-0 Palace. Isn't he right-footed? He is. He is right-footed. But I still keep insisting on saying it's his weaker foot. Nicely blocked out. Just about getting the ball clear. Just about. Here's Z. Correa. Z whips it in. Oh, Hayes off the bar. Oh, Captain Colossus in the middle there. There's Ware, another Man U player that was taken out over the summer. Are we a bit high defensively? There's Young, that's Vidal. This is pre-record, I can see that Brentford Stadium, the lights aren't even on. I think it's something to do with the time zone maybe or something, Baron, I don't know, maybe. It's a good finish. Are we a bit high defensively, do you reckon? Possibly. They're set up pretty well. Their defence looks pretty decent. 3 centre backs, DM. Just going to try and sort of stifle us a little bit. But we've had chances, we just haven't actually made the goalkeeper make a save yet. To be fair, Damjanovic should have had the net. Massive hole in it. Correa from distance. It's a decent effort. He spotted the keeper off his line, but he's not going to score from there, really. Let's see what it looks like in terms of the league table. Even now, we'll see where we are. Oh, what? How's that gone in? Yeah, the back sevens, like that. It's so tough to play against, especially when you only got one striker. That's a great header. Keeper's got to do better, I think. We've got to try and offer a bit more up front. Mr. Berg's away. Hayes. Correa. Shooting from distance. 6.5 for De Berg, 6 for Damjanovic, 6.6 for Hayes. Yeah. Let's get Damjanovic off for Golubovic. Correa's frustrated, excellent. The Cure's frustrated, excellent. We might have to go and put another player up front, actually. I know we're losing out, but we sort of need to try and push on a little bit. Let's go 4-4-2, see if that helps. Give Correa a bit of support up top. We might lose a bit of cover in midfield, but might as well roll the dice. We're not bottom yet. That's a positive. De Boer's on a 6-4. It's time for Murphet, actually. So again, this is another match where JJ has not been able to get involved. Actually, nice intercepted. Right, what's De Boer got? Grimes. Biggs probably once we start. Yeah, I considered moving. I considered taking Warwick out for this match, but I thought maybe, you know what, he's gonna be fine. He can battle along, win the ball back in midfield, but it's not quite worked out like that. Here's Correa, goes down. Oh, Golubovic with the effort on the back post. More push on a bit. Even Hayes on a 6-5, he's not really giving us too much. Golubovic wins it back. Correa, Daniel Day-Lewis. Murphet gives it away too early. In fact, maybe Hayes has to be sacrificed as well. He's intercepted it well. Correa, Daniel Day-Lewis. Murphet, offside. Biggsy on for Hayes. Right, they've got 10 men. Let's try and make the extra man count. Murphet, Daniel Day-Lewis pulls it back. Correa. Oh, how has he not managed to get that? Oh, Daniel Day-Lewis hits it wide. Okay. It's better, but it's not. 13 shots, 2 on target. That's the concern, right? Let's go more direct. Encourage a bit more. Even if we get one back. I can't see it though. Daniel Day-Lewis on the back post. It's not been our day. Corner coming in. It's fine. These sorts of matches will happen, right? As was said earlier on in the chat tonight, a good pre-season tends to mean the league campaign starts difficult. So, four shots. 4 shots and they scored twice. De Boer's better impact sub. Yeah. I think so. Thankfully, it's only Arsenal next. There's nothing that can go wrong with the game against Arsenal. They decided to accept a transfer. Right. I think we can have half his wages, whatever, it's fine. Right, yeah, I think we'll play the Arsenal game tomorrow. Let's see who's on, because because I think we've actually had quite a nice night tonight. So let's end it there. Who's about? Who have we not seen before? That's usually a good thing, isn't it? Right, here we go. Oh, he's just someone's just gone. They've literally just left, so that's a shame. We can't jump there. Right. Tell you what, we've been to Fletch a few times. Let's go and see him, shall we? Go and drop a follow on Fletch the Source if you haven't already done so. He's a good dude. So take it easy. Appreciate everyone who's been in tonight again, as always. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. If not, maybe Sunday. Definitely Monday. Take it easy, everyone. All the best. Catch you in a bit. Bye now.
My point is, there's loads of players that are better than our current squad players that also have a shit ton of potential. Oh my god, Tony Jameson. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Thank you so much for the raid. Wow. 37 viewer raid. That's incredible. Thank you.